Hello, this is Cam from Kenny Lou Crochet, coming to you from my chair. It's a nice Friday. The sun is out, although it's a little bit chilly. I'm in Michigan. I'm in Port Huron, Michigan, in case anyone was curious. If I could see that far, I could see Canada across the street, across the water from my house. So that's kind of fun. If you've seen some of my other videos, then I've shown you Canada a couple times. Last night I put a short up and it got like over 2,000 views. I was shocked. It wasn't much anything at all. It was taking Bailey for a walk. Bailey's my pit bull. I've got two dogs. I have a boxer. His name is Titan, and I have a pit bull. Her name is Bailey. They are both 7. But yeah. And I also have 2 children. I have 21-year-old Kenny and 18-year-old Lou. They're both in college. Kenny lives with me and goes to the community college in town. And Lou is in a dorm at Wayne State University. Kenny is transferring to Wayne State next year. So Kenny, the boyfriend, and Lou will all live together. There's Titan has to get up. Dude, I'm sorry. Do you have to take my entire seat? He does. He very much does. And I have to put my recliner up so he'll be comfortable. Let me see if I can make this a little bit better. Hopefully that's a little bit better with the glare. Geez, that's a lot of ums. So Kenny is going to school for environmental science. They want to be a forest ranger. And then Lou is going for mechanical engineering. Lou knows exactly what she wants to do, what she wants to specialize in. She's explained it to me 100 times. I'm sure it makes sense. I have no idea what she's talking about. But PLC, that's what it is. I don't know what that is, but it's PLC. And then she is minoring in English because she likes creative writing. And just for fun. Plus a lot of, it'll kind of give her a little bit of a leg up. A lot of engineers can barely read and write proper English. So that will give her a little bit of a leg up in presentations or doing papers or presenting things. It's just a good idea. For her especially. It'll make it a little bit more fun. And just give her some more skills. So anyway, that's my life. I don't know what that was. I just got a text from something and I can't read it right now because I don't have my glasses. And usually I would like either zoom in or I would use my screen reader because that'll read my stuff to me. But I can't do that when I'm videoing. And it doesn't matter right now. Anyway, don't know why I'm talking about that. So I did want to show you. Sorry, I keep touching that screen. Oh, I wanted to show you my, okay, this is my organization. That's my pharmacy. These are my pharmacy bags. I find that these are very useful for a lot of things. These are my ball bands from January, February, and March. So, let's see if I can get that. There's a lot of them in there. And so then what I do is, like, I'll write what I used it for, what hook it is, and this is whatever that one is. But I actually did pretty good. There's probably 10 in here that I should probably take out and attach to different things. But like, there's a lot. And I do want to, because I do want to turn this into a business, I did want to keep track of what I'm going through, how many balls per whatever, and I want to start actually writing when my yarn comes in, where I bought it from, when I bought it, and how much it cost, so that I can keep track of trends, so that I can price things right when I do go to sell things. And I really need to spend, I probably should spend the weekend working on that. That would probably be a good idea. I know a lot of people use Ravelry, But I am, I'm visually impaired. I'm legally blind. Plus, me and technology don't really get along. I don't even have a computer. Um, and I wouldn't know how to do that. But if I can just pick up a skinny yarn and look and see how much it costs, how long it's been in my stash, that way I can get some of the older ones out first, I think might be a good idea. And when I go for buying yarn, I can look and I can see what I spent in the past at a quick glance, just looking at my stuff. So I am going to have to, Lynn, I really like your notebook. I am going to have to get some sort of notebook. My handwriting isn't very well because it's not very good. Because I have to write like really big in order for me to come back and read it. And sometimes I write over my other writing. So I'm going to have to be really careful of that. But I really like that idea of a notebook. I think that might be a good plan. I'll have to find something cute. It'll be a good excuse for me to spend my money. I always like doing that. I did want to show you what I told you that I made, I'm sorry, I keep doing that. I made this, it's just a little, don't mind the stuff on my work table or in my closet. Hopefully you can't see that. It's just a little cloth, and I figured if I put it in between, I don't know if you can see that. If I put it in between here, then it would stay put, and it's just a little bit longer. So that's that. I'm so sorry that's shaky. That probably made you sick. So then this little table that was in my kitchen, it had like baskets, like fabric baskets. And I still have the wood frame for it. But they kind of got yuck between being in the kitchen. You know, sometimes things spill. I've got dogs. We live by a field, so we get mice occasionally. Things like that. I just wanted to replace them. So what I did is I'm mocking it in crochet. So maybe you can get a better idea of what I'm planning on doing when I show you this. Okay, it doesn't look like much. This is going to be one front panel. But this is going to be the handle. Like the little rod, I did all the measurements, will go through here. And then you'll have a little handle so that you can pull on it still. And then I have some buttonholes so that the buttons will go here and here and here and here. So I'm just going to put some little buttons there, and I figured out, I did a chain, and then while this whole thing is in crochet, I did about 4 rows of single up here where the chain was, decreasing by 2, doing a decrease in the beginning and the end, so decreasing by 2 each one. So 4 rows, I had 8 extra in the beginning so that, you know, so that I could get this scoop out. And it worked out, I think, pretty well. I don't know if you can, like, even really tell, but yeah, I was able to make a hole. And then I've got so many spare buttons, it's not even funny. Whoa, why did you just get dark there? Can you show me? What did I do? Oh, there we go. I turned dark for a minute. The lights turned out. So I'm actually kind of proud of myself, just like mocking it. I did all the measurements to make sure that it's the right size because I'm going to have, this is going to be a square. This is going to be the front panel. It's going to have a back panel that's going to be just like this except for without the cutout. And it's going to have 2 more buttonholes because you don't need to grab the wood rod that goes through here to pull the basket out. And then it will have, so it's the front and the back, it'll have 2 sides and it'll have a bottom. And I'm going to cut to fit just cardboard to put on the bottom. I might cover it in some fabric, or I think I've got some wallpaper samples that I might put over top of it just to you know, make it nice. And Yeah. But so I'm going to have 2 of those, and it's going to be just a little bit more storage for next to my crocheting chair. Yeah, so it's silly. That's what I'm working on, but I'm proud of it. I'm on the second front panel. Oh my gosh, it got dark again. I'm just this far, and I've got this much yarn left, but I did this tablecloth thing that I did was, what did I do? 30 inches by 10 inches, and it's every other row it's double, single, double, single, double, single, and then I did a row of single on the outside. So that was, and I used a smaller hook. I used a 5.0 for this one, but I wanted to get a little bit more coverage, and I didn't need as much as for the tablecloth. I wanted it to be flatter, so I wanted to do a little bit tighter stitches. But this, I want it to be a little bit, I just want to use less yarn because it's not necessary for the basket. It's still going to be strong. It's cotton. It's Premier's Cotton Home, whatever. And I used a 6.5 for that. So just to make the yarn go a little bit further. But yeah, I think that's about it. I don't even know what I talked about this video. I don't know what to title it. I don't know what this was about. So, yeah, I guess if you like this, then maybe comment, what are you working on? How do you organize your projects, your past projects, and current projects? Do you think that I'm out of my mind to try and go through all of my yarn and look at all my invoices and try and see how much each skein cost me to write it on each of the ball bands? Because I think I might be. And I guess, gosh, what is going on with my lighting? Okay. But yeah, so if you liked it, consider subscribing and coming and visiting with me again. Consider liking the channel, or no, you can't like a channel, liking the video. And if you didn't, I don't blame you, but why are you still watching? Thanks, bye.